Why would I throw in the towel? I just got in my bag. I don't make no mistakes. I'm coming for mine, and there ain't no one taking my place. Listen, I've taken some L's. Yeah, that means I lived and I learned. Now I got some money to burn. Why would I throw in the towel? I just got in my bag. I don't make no mistakes. I'm coming for mine, and there ain't no one taking my place. Listen, I've taken some L's. That means I lived and I learned. Now I got some money to burn. Why would I throw in the towel? I just got in my bag. Slow the stars, what they calling now? I don't know what they talking about.
Oh, I love the intro. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all know what it is. Unpopular opinion sports. Bitch. Put it up. I can't hear you.
All right. What's good? What's good? You already know what it is. We back for another edition of Giants Conversations, man. We're going to get into it, man. Glad to have my co-host, my main man, Big Bro Lou, in the building. And, of course, the one and only Mr. Coach Ed Gladney. How y'all doing today, man? What's good with y'all?
Glad to have your co-host too, Coach Ed. What's up?
Yeah, I'm just here ready to talk that talk and put the smack on them damn Saints, man. Let's go.
That's right, man. Of course, we are doing Giants Saints today, 1 p.m. Lot of news to get into. Let me see what the where we at with the inactives. Chris Olave is out, I'm hearing.
I don't care who was in. We ain't losing to the Saints.
Hey,
You
big
heard?
game, man. Big game, man. You already know, bro. But look, check
I
it.
was on Alex stream earlier, and I was like, if the Giants win 3 out of the next 4 games, we in at 8-9.
Yeah, we're gonna get into the playoff scenario today, of course. You know, the Giants can actually finish, believe it or not, in 7th if things fall right, if everything falls the way it's supposed to fall. Today we can actually, and I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna show you the scenarios. I'm gonna break it all down to you, man. We're gonna have a good show, man, leading up, of course, to the 1:00 p.m. game, Giants Saints, over on Big Pat Sports Channel. You already know how we do, man. This is the pregame to the actual game. So let's get into it, man. Shout out to the chat.
Wills.
Wells, what's good? Mosley, what up, what up, peeps? Ghost Dog, yep. Big Blue Crew, fam. You already know what it is, man. Tommy DeVino.
You see, I got the Italian hoodie on.
Yeah.
We ready to manja.
Yes, sir.
Ready to
All
eat
right,
on
man.
the fools.
Let's get into this thing,
Where my
man.
damn cutlets at?
Oh, where you cut this? All right, man. Big news for the Giants. Darren Waller back active off IR. I'm gonna give y'all the actives, the inactives here in just a second. Darren Waller back, man. Back. Remember, Darren Waller was supposed to be a big part of this offense going into this season. He got hurt, you know. So, and when we talking about this Giants offense, we got to remember we're missing what was supposed to be our number one threat out there. Darren Waller coming into this season was supposed to be our number one threat. Everybody talking about a number one receiver. That was supposed to be Darren Waller. And got Big Pat in the building. You already know.
What's going on?
What's up, Pat? But Darren Waller is back now, man. So we got our number one target. We got our number one receiver, so-called. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go around the room.
That's your
What
kind
kinda-
of Jalen Hyatt and Wandale Robinson even more.
Good. Well, I'll start with you, Lou. What kind of impact do you think Darren Waller coming back will have on this game right today against the Saints?
I think it'll have a huge impact if they use him right. If you bring Bellinger and him in the game at the same time, that creates a lot of mismatches.
Absolutely. Coach, what about you, man? What's your thoughts on Darren Waller getting back off IR today?
I mean, it's good going forward. I just hope they're smart about it. I mean, I think he's going to be on the pitch count, to be honest with you. You know, they're not going to overuse him, you know, especially with the hamstring. So, and then, you know, what he does to the offense, he does help it. when he's out there. You do have to initially, before you see how it goes, you have to really pay attention to him. So that could open up opportunities for the other team. So, I mean, for the other players. So it can overall be a good look.
We'd like to welcome back the tight end known as Big Hammy.
Right.
Big Hammy. Pat, what's good, bro? Talk to me about how the Giants can use Darren Waller in this game today.
Definitely think we should use him in the red zone a lot more than we have been in the beginning of the season. Hopefully, they got their minds correct. Know that he's a 6'5", 6'6" monster that can be used in the red zone when we do get in the red zone. I like to see him used in the middle of the field today against those linebackers. They're very good against the run. So Saquon Barkley has been going on a tear since he came back from his injury. And I like to see us use that to our advantage. Being able to use Waller in the middle of the field to get those quick 8 to 10 yards, 12-yard plays, and to keep these drives going.
Hold on, sir. I'm sorry. Get those likes up, guys.
That's
Got
right,
7
man.
people
Get
watching
those
and 2
likes
likes.
up,
Come
man.
on, man.
Let's go, man. Get them likes up, man. You know how we do it, man. Big Blue Crew in the building. Go ahead, Pat.
But yeah, I just want to see if they're going to use him as the weapon that he's supposed to be used as. Are we going to get him on deeper routes? Are we going to continue to use him on out routes the way that we're using him at the beginning of the season? I don't believe so, because I believe the play calling has been totally transformed since the past 4 to 5 weeks. They've been actually trying to score points. Hopefully the offensive line can hold up against that Saints defense today and not give up any sacks today or major pressures. And we'll see if DeVille has time the way he's been having time. There's no reason why we can't get the ball to Waller, Wandale Robinson, and Hyatt today. You know,
School, what's up? Thank you for joining, sis. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate the
what's going on,
support.
Scoop?
Chris, what's up, man? Appreciate y'all coming through, man, off Twitter, man. Appreciate that, man. Definitely,
Follow
man.
on Twitter. Follow on Twitter as well.
Absolutely. Follow all these guys. I think they mostly are. But definitely, man. So the inactives, I got the inactives right here. Evan Neal is out again.
I'm not streaming. I'm telling them to follow you.
Oh, they already following me. That's why they on the stream.
Okay. My bad.
Nah, you good.
Okay, Scoop. I see she's at the stadium.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Scoob always traveling to the games, man. I love it, man. You know what I'm saying? But check it out. Giants inactives got Evan Neal out again. Paris Campbell, Jashawn Corbin, Javarius Owens, and Boogie Basham.
Yeah, he needs to be.
He needs to be.
He's inactive every game.
And the Saints, no Chris Olave. Huge,
That's huge.
Huge news.
No Chris Olave?
No Chris Olave. He is out.
What about the tackle?
Ryan Ramczyk is out as well. It's right here on the
Oh,
screen.
that's
Both of them are out.
huge.
So definitely a golden opportunity, man, for the Giants, man, to shut down this Saints offense with 2 of their major players being out, that being Ramczyk and Chris Olave, their number 1 receiver. Chris Olave almost has 1,000 yards so far this season. So, you know, taking him away from the game, man, you know, allow the Giants to focus more on Alvin Kamara and Michael Thomas and the rest of those cats, Taysom Hill. So definitely good news for the Giants on that front. But let's get into some of the keys to the game here. And my first key to the game is protect Tommy Cutlets. And keep Tommy Cutlets upright. Last week, 0 sacks. Can y'all believe that? 0 sacks. When is the last time that's happened? So 0 sacks, man. We got to build on that momentum. You know, keep Tommy DeVito upright. Not let the pass rush of the Saints. It doesn't have a dynamic pass rush. They only have 23 sacks. They're in the bottom of the league as far as pressure percentage. So this should be a golden opportunity, man, to get Tommy Cutlets out, you know, free and getting some passes down the field. So What are your thoughts as far as this matchup is concerned? I'll go to Coach Ed, then Lud and Pat. As far as Tommy Cutlets and his passing game.
Excuse me. I mean, you said it perfectly, man. I mean, with no sacks last week, you saw what happened. I mean, he's a little bit more efficient. It's also the mental thing. When quarterbacks are not touched, they gain a level of confidence. They feel invincible and they play like that, and then the team feeds off of that. So it's important. That's also a factor of the offensive line gaining confidence, and their the continuity and the confidence of playing with each other. They're starting to know what the other partner is going to do at key situations. So it's very important to keep him upright, um, and so he can be effective and efficient in playing the quarterback position.
Right on. Send shots, man. What's good, man? Appreciate you coming through, man. Appreciate you joining the show. Now, key thing here is Justin Pugh has been banged up. He is playing today. So, to your point, coach, I think this is going to be the fourth straight game with the same starting five on the offensive line. And this has not happened
Hmm.
in a very, very long time for the Giants. The Giants have been mixing and matching offensive linemen for about 2 or 3 years now. So this time they get the same five, and that's gonna be big in this game. Lou,
Yo,
what do you expect out of Tommy Cutlets, man? What do you want to see from Tommy DeVito in this game?
I expect him to keep growing, keep taking chances, keep taking steps towards maturing as a football player, learning how to read the defense, learning how to make decisions on the fly when the plays break down. I expect to see him continue to grow and continue to excel, man. He's got momentum, and I don't see no reason why that should stop now.
Absolutely, man. I agree, man. And like I've been saying, we're seeing Brian Dable develop a rookie quarterback. We're seeing him develop Tommy DeVito, who is a rookie. You're seeing Tommy DeVito get better, game to game to game. And we don't want to see no setbacks here. Let's keep the momentum going. Let's keep this kid upright, man. And because let's keep it a buck. The Saints is a tough place to play, no matter how bad the team is. It's loud in there, and
Yeah.
and that's why I'm saying that continuity on the offensive line is going to be key, because what's the main thing happens when you have a loud arena? You get a lot of false start penalties, from the offensive line. They can't hear the calls. So this is going to be big, having all five linemen and the same quarterback for the fourth straight game. Pat, what's your thoughts on this matchup, man? And what you thinking about Tommy Cutlets, man? How you think he gonna fare in this game?
I think he's gonna fare well, man. Offensive line starting together 4 or 5 straight games is huge. We haven't had that in years. That's going to be huge for just this offense in general. But what I will say about this is the development of Tommy Cutlets gives me more faith in Brian Dabo because you can see the development of
What's
Tommy
up, Dip?
DeVito.
What up, Horse?
You can see the development of Tommy DeVito when we're playing the games. He's getting better each game. He's doing a little bit more each game. He's progressing a little bit more. I would love to see he be a little bit more accurate on his deep passes. The game Jalen Hyatt went off, he looked stellar, so I know he could do it. Just want to see him, uh, what I say, more consistent in doing that. But that just gives me faith that the Giants do decide to go quarterback in this draft early, that they can develop. So the development of Tommy Cutlets gives me faith that whoever we bring in here, we're going to do the right thing by him this time. Just just being honest. So I'm rooting for Tommy Cutlets until he's not the quarterback. I rooted for DJ until he wasn't the quarterback. And if they draft a new quarterback, I'm going to be rooting for him too. So I just want to see the development, man. It's pretty dope to see.
It is. It is. It's great, man, to see DeVito, progress as a quarterback. Because last time we had a rookie quarterback was Daniel Jones. hate bringing his name up because it triggers people, but we didn't get that development, because the coaching wasn't proper. Now I feel like we do have the coach, man, to develop a quarterback now because we're seeing it, and we even seen improvement from Daniel Jones last year, from the previous year, until he got hurt this season. So I
Mm-hmm.
do I do think Brian Dable is the right guy to develop said quarterback, as you said. So good stuff there. Second thing is we gotta get this running game going. Got to get this running game going. 200 and what I had 209 yards for the Giants last week. 34 carries, 6.1 yard average. The Saints aren't a great run defending team. What they are good at is against the pass. Top five. So you have to establish the running game. You gotta win in the trenches. Again, that line being together, for the fourth straight game is going to be huge. So, and it's not just Saquon Barkley. Do RPO work last week with Tommy Cutlets, taking off, getting some runs. They even got some runs for Wan'Dale Robinson. So, if they can
Mm-hmm.
key on Saquon Barkley, you have other options. Get Matt Breida in there, get him a couple carries here and there. Use your talent on your team. Saquon Barkley, I like to use him as a closer, to be honest with you. Not saying don't get him involved early, but when you really want to, as they say, pound him, pause at the end of the game. That's at the end of the game. Let him finish this team off. He is good in the fourth quarter, albeit the fumble last week. I get it. But Saquon Barkley normally is money in the fourth quarter, man. He can take over a game in the fourth quarter. I've seen it too many times. So that's what I want. Get some of these other guys involved early, and then when you got the lead, if you got the lead, take it. Let Saquon Barkley take it home for you, man. But Coach, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. What's your thoughts on this running game, man? How do you think we can exploit the
You
Saints in the running game?
that's always my biggest thing with this team. It's number one, Saquon is your most dynamic player, so you need to utilize him, whether he's a decoy at times or you're actually running him. It really helps set up your offense to be that much more effective and efficient, especially against a team that plays the pass well and they like to get after the quarterback well. Most teams like that, one of their weaknesses, they are not good run defenders. So that's what you need to do is attack them in the run, mixing it up. At occasions, I know most fans hate it. Yes, send Barkley with some inside zones right up the gut, but now you mix it up with some split zone actions, and then you also include Wandell Robinson, with a little jet motion, jet sweeps, and DeVito. You saw what he did last week when he got out there. Now, I'm not saying use him often, but just to get him out there on the move, this forces the defense because they don't know if he's hitting the edge, if he's trying to extend it to open up the pass game, or if he's going to take off and run. So it causes puts defense in conflict. So to me, the run game, you attacking them, especially with Barkley, and you made an excellent point with Breida. Breida came in last week when Barkley was a little dinged up, and he was effective. He was
Mm-hmm.
very effective, especially getting up inside and attacking the Packers defense. Well, you should be able to do the same thing. And this is also a product of the offensive line again. The offensive line is gelling and they're opening up the holes in the running lanes for the skill guys to be able to attack it. So, especially with the inside, with Pugh, with JMS, and with Bredesen. So, definitely get in there, get the run game going. Bring your heavy set when you bring in Glowinski, and I forgot the other guy's name to be the extra tight ends
Oh
to
yeah.
say.
Damn, what's
So
that
yeah,
cat's name?
yeah. I think it's Hauser. Is it? If I'm not mis
Harlow or something
Harlow.
like
Yeah,
yeah,
Harlow.
Rashawn
Thank you.
Harlow. Yeah.
Yeah, but the point is, this way you also establish a level of physicality, because that's important. Physicality is also a mental thing too, because when you're moving the opposition, that's your goal is to move another man and impose your will on him and move him off of the spot that he's on, so your skill guys can execute and run and do what they do. So, but you got to go ahead.
Wow, appreciate y'all joining, man. Appreciate it, man. Um, Lou, what's your thoughts, man? As to what we can do here against the Saints as far as running the football.
We
I
about to
don't.
sneak into the playoffs, and everybody was hating on us. It's just about to be beautiful, son. I'm trying to tell you. I'm gonna be laughing at both of them.
Pat, how can we get the running game going here against these Saints, man?
Barkley, Barkley.
To be honest with you, I want to see us do a little bit more RPO stuff today to get Demario Davis off his square. That's one of the best middle linebackers in the league, and he's not talked about enough.
He is.
And they do have the players to get edge rush. I don't know what's been going on with the edge rush with the Saints today. Hopefully, they don't figure it out. I mean, this season, hopefully they don't figure it out today because they still got Cam Jordan
Hmm.
as one of the best edge rushers. He's actually more than likely going to be a Hall of Famer.
Oh
Yeah.
Um, their defensive tackle play. Let's see what their defensive tackle play is going to be today, and let's see if we can stretch them out towards the edge with Barkley on some toss plays today. I want to see a couple of toss plays today with the Giants. And if we could get that play action rolling, I think the Saints defense could be in trouble. They do have Paulson, Debo, I believe, one of the cornerbacks. They have some very good cornerbacks.
Hmm.
But let's take advantage of the speed with Hyatt today going over those deep dig routes while they're frustrated or trying to cover Darren Waller over the middle of the field and some of those deep post routes that we can run with him. Let's put Waller to the outside and let him go against Paulson Debo and let him take advantage of his size on the outside. Waller's a weapon we definitely should be able to use. There's no game Waller should have less than 4 to 5 catches with at least 60 to 70 yards, in my opinion. So let's see what we do on offense today. Are we gonna get creative, or are we gonna allow these guys to find their groove against us today and make this a very tough game? We'll see.
Absolutely. And to your point, sack leaders for the Saints are one Demario Davis, 5.5 sacks, 92 total tackles. So he's been balling out. You got Carl Grandison, 6.5 sacks, and Cam Jordan only 2 sacks on the season. So pretty quiet season for Cam in that department. They also have Tyrann Mathieu. You got to watch him. 3 interceptions, 3 picks on the year, and a touchdown. So you got to be careful with that Saints secondary. That is their strength. That is their
Mm-hmm.
strength. So
Most
you know
definitely.
you have to establish that running game first. Ghost agrees with Lou. Says people gonna be sick when we do. Also says, and I'll take it a step further. I think Tommy Two Guns earns a chance to compete for the starting job next year. Yeah, it's a good chance, man. Good chance he will, man, if he can continue ascending, um, as we said earlier. So definitely there. So let's get into my last key to the game. Well, one of them is put pressure on Derek Carr and force him to make mistakes. Now, that's just not interceptions. It could be fumbles. It could be forced start penalties, things like that. You got to put pressure on this Saints offense. They're not great. They're not blowing teams out the water, nothing like that. This is not a fantastic. They're only 6 or 7, only one game ahead of the Giants. So put pressure on Derek Carr. Derek Carr is not having a great season. Let me look at the numbers here. 66% completion, 6.9 yard average, 221 yards a game, 13 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Has taken 25 sacks on the season, and only a 89.4 passer rating. Of course, they like to mix Taysom Hill in there, but he's more of a runner than a passer. 346 yards on the ground, 4.9 yard average. So you got to keep an eye on him as well. The Saints do like to do a little tricky stuff, little trick 'em up stuff, as I say. with their offense. But if you can put pressure on Derek Carr, let me give you some numbers. As far as the Giants defense, the last 4 games, they've gotten 14 total turnovers, and they're total for 8 sacks. So and 5 fumbles. That's all. That's the last 4 games, including the Cowboys game where they got 2 turnovers in that game, 2 interceptions. So this defense has been stepping up, and they need to continue to step up. One way to do that, man, is get them in third and long. That, of course, you have to stop Alvin Kamara in the run game and Taysom Hill first and foremost. But when you do that, dial up the pressure, Wink, man. Dial up the pressure on Derek Carr. Force him into some mistakes, man. I think we could get some easy ones, man. I think we get about 2 today. Whether it be fumbles or interceptions. I think we get about 2 turnovers, man. That's my prediction, man. But what's your thoughts, Pat, on Derek Carr and what you think we can do to throw him off his game?
Uh, Shit, let him be himself. To be honest with you,
Let him hang
um,
himself, huh?
don't don't overdo it. Don't go in and thinking that hey, we could just blitz today and everything's gonna work out. Because they can get the ball out to another guy they have on this team. I know Chris Olave is out, but Shaheed, he
Mm,
could be a problem for us, man. He's tall. He's kind of tall, but he has game breaker speed. Don't allow them to get easy first downs with screen plays. Don't allow them to get easy first downs with hooks across the middle. No, make them earn it. Play these guys like you've been playing everybody else, making them earn every single yard. Because that's how we're going to dominate this team on defense. Now, we could go out there and be giggling and laughing, thinking everything's going to be easy again just because it's the Saints without Chris Olave or, hey, Michael Thomas might want to show up today. You see what I'm saying? So we have to bunker down and play this team like it's a playoff game, like we've been playing every last game. So the past 4 to 5 games. This team is led by the defense. I don't care
Appreciate you
how
joining, Race Turner. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for joining the show.
this team is led by the defense. I don't care how people feel about it or you want to put down Daniel Jones because Tommy DeVito's balling out. This team is led by this defense. This defense allows 25 to 28 points. We're not going to win. Not the way that this offense is built right now. I don't think we have the offense to go score for score with a team. So let's say if the Saints get the ball first, let's get them off the field immediately and let this offense go see what they can do against this defense today.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We definitely got to stay ahead in this game. You don't want to get behind in a place like New Orleans. You get down 14-0, something like that. That's a tough place to play, as I said, and it's gonna be a tough place to come back because that crowd noise. They dial up that crowd noise in there, man. One of the loudest arenas in the NFL. So we definitely got to watch for that. Definitely got to be mindful of, hey, keep your offense on schedule. Stay on script. You know what I'm saying? Coach, explain a little bit, man, about how the Giants can stay on script here in this game.
Okay. Before I do that, I have to say, Tommy, we all know you ain't got no job, man. But I'm sorry. I'm looking at.
Messed up,
I
man.
got. Nah, I'm looking at the Martin little
Oh
together, and they
man.
talking about Tommy. So it was in my head. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. All right, how to
Stop.
stay on script? I mean, you touched on it a little bit earlier with the run game controlling. Um, Offensively, we control the tempo, the tenor of the game, but and allow them to have to play catch up to us, and then this will force the ball into Derek Carr's hand. You don't want to allow them to get Alvin Kamara too in tune with running and then in the pass game and then trying to get the ball to the other weapons and Thomas and such. Um, we know that with Derek Carr, when you get pressure on him and you get after him, he's a turnover prone quarterback. Remember when he was with the Raiders and they came to MetLife and those interceptions that he threw to the Giants defense. So um, that's the Derek Carr we want to go up against. You don't want to go up against Derek Carr who gets in a rhythm, who's confident, who's getting the ball out, and then their offense is attacking our defense with the run and the pass. They're getting Taysom Hill involved, and he's gaining a sense of
Mhm.
confidence, and they're mixing him in and out. Whether they're putting him into the backfield as a little wildcat type of a quarterback, or what. So those are the things that you want to This is how you can um, in other words, stay ahead of the game with them. Pat made some excellent points. Lou made some great points. You've made some great points in reference to them. So as long as we do that, I'm confident that we're going to come out victorious. You got to go ahead.
Absolutely, man. Good stuff,
I'll,
man.
I'll say one more thing to that too, Coach. Let's use this dome to our advantage. Let's use our speed in this
Mm-hmm.
dome to our
Mm-hmm.
advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Good point. Good point.
And Sis just made a good point. She said it's a sea of blue out there. So our fan base it looks like it's traveling. So like Pat said, let's use it to our advantage and then make it make it where we're the ones that are boisterous, and you're getting their fan base walking out the dome. That's the biggest compliment as a visiting team, when the opposition's fan base just starts packing up and walking out early during the course of the game. You got it, because a lot of times the home team, they rely on the energy from the fan base. They all do.
Absolutely.
It's a great thing. So but when they turn on you, it's a dejecting type of a feel. So great point, Pat.
Good stuff, fellas. So one more thing, man. I throw this out here and it comes. It's like right on cue every time. I said no turnovers, man. No special teams mistakes. Limit these dang on penalties, man. Because when we're able to do that, 9 times out of 10, we win the game. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Especially you got to
Hmm.
watch special teams, because even if Tommy DeVito and this offense go out there and play a clean game, special teams has been, it's been wild. You know what I'm saying? It's been up and down. We missing kicks, fumbling punts and things like that. You know what I'm saying? And we all know about the penalties. We all know about the false starts and the holding penalties and all this crazy stuff, man. So play a clean game. Like I said, it's gonna be tough to do in the dome like that in the crowd noise, man. But as you alluded to, Coach, if you can take the life out of that crowd, it'll make it easy. It'll make it a lot easier for this Giants team, to stay on schedule, to stay on script, and not get behind the sticks with these crazy, stupid penalties, man, and these mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So I always like to throw that out there, man. Um, just cause, man. So now let's let's switch gears here a little bit. I'm share screen here because we want to talk about playoffs. Playoffs? Yeah, we're gonna talk about playoffs. We're gonna
We
talk
can get
about.
the seventh spot today if everything goes right.
I'm gonna show you how. So y'all see the screen?
For
All right.
all you haters who said we was done,
So this what needs to happen here. All right. These games don't really matter. We got Raiders, Chargers, all these games right here. But the game you want to focus on right here. This is the game, the first game, Carolina and Atlanta.
That's
Carolina
not
has
happening. Game over.
Carolina has to somehow beat Atlanta.
That's
They're
not
at
happening.
they're
Game
at
over.
home, but hey, it is a division game. Look, stranger things have happened. It's a division game. Maybe Bryce Young snaps out of it, gets a little bit of rhythm. Maybe they find a way to protect him. Maybe they get the running game going. Sneak out a low scoring game or something like that. But this is domino one right here. Carolina over Atlanta. Um, that has to happen for the Giants. As you can see right here, they're in the seventh seed based on this predictor. Second thing, Tampa Bay has to beat Green Bay. Tampa Bay has to get
That
Green
can
Bay.
actually happen.
Because if Atlanta loses and Tampa Bay wins and we win against the Saints, that votes Tampa Bay into this fourth spot right here, and it puts us over Atlanta and the Saints, and Green Bay because we got the tiebreaker. So they have to beat Green Bay. That's the next thing.
So if
We
we
got to take.
win,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so if we win, Carolina win, and Tampa Bay wins today, we're in the 7th seed, basically.
One more thing has to happen. Washington has to beat the
Oh,
Rams,
Washington has to beat the Rams.
and Philly has to beat Seattle. So that's your scenario right here.
So Philly beat Seattle.
So yeah, I know it's I know
Commandos
I
beat the
know it
Rams.
stinks, but you gotta root for your two division rivals this week.
Yeah, Philly beats the Seahawks. The Bills. I mean, oh, that is terrible. Commandos got to beat the Rams.
He's some bullshit.
Uh, I hope they both lose because, well, I hope Philly wins. They beat Seattle, but Carolina ain't beat nobody, bro. Try again next week.
Try again next week. Oh man, but if that happens, this is what the playoff seeding would look like. You will have the Giants slated to go to Philly to play the Eagles.
Yeah.
And Minnesota, Detroit, and Dallas and Tampa. And San Francisco get the one. So
Yeah, basically, if we do get into the playoffs, we'll be playing either San Francisco or
or
the
Philly.
Eagles
Or possibly
or
Dallas.
Dallas.
If
So
Dallas.
it'll be another division game more than likely. So, and
San
that
Francisco
might
gets
not.
the one. I think
But that
they get
means
the
if
one.
we do make it into the playoffs, that means we play the Eagles and beat them at least once. So
Absolutely.
we'll have a chance in that game. And who
Absolutely.
knows what the Cowboys, the Cowboys in the
But if we
playoffs,
beat the Eagles,
who
you know
knows?
what, Pat? If we beat the Eagles, that's going to drop them. And that's going to put Dallas in that second spot more than
That's what I'm
likely.
saying.
And that's
That's
a
what I'm saying.
terrible matchup. That is a
To be
terrible
honest,
matchup.
no, it's not. Not if
The
only reason
Giants
why
and
Dallas
Dallas?
down. Only reason why Dallas dominates us like that is because our offensive line doesn't play like anything. But if they play half decent in that game, we match up well with them. I'm not
Yeah.
scared of Dak Prescott and their offense. Not
Oh
with our
no, their
defense.
offense. I ain't scared of their
Yeah.
offense at all. It's
And
the
if
it's
that
the
all and if
defense
that
that worries
offensive
me.
line, if that offensive line just plays half decent against that Cowboys defensive line, we can make some plays.
We gotta find ways to run the football against Dallas. That's our
We just
problem.
gotta run the football against
Right.
Dallas. We don't run the football against them.
I
I don't know
mean,
what we be doing against
you
them.
passing into their strengths, man. That's an opportunistic defense, man. They feed off turnovers and energy like that, man. You gotta take, especially in that building, man. You gotta take the life out that crowd, as we talking about here with the Saints, man. So, that'll be the matchup, man. Because if we end up beating Philly, once or even twice, I believe Dallas will get that 2 seed. I think San Francisco, I don't see them falling off. It could happen. Dallas could jump them and get the one. You know what I'm saying? It's possible. Then we'll go to San Francisco, which is probably a worse matchup. Um,
Oh, that's the worst matchup we can get. Yeah.
so yeah. Either way, man, the Giants still have a legitimate shot here. A lot of this can happen. I can see Washington beating the Rams. I honestly can. I can see Philly beating Seattle. I can see Tampa Bay beating Green Bay. Carolina, but everything else is possible, man. But Coach Lou, man, what's your thoughts on this scenario right here? Chat, you guys can chime in and comment if you like. What's your thoughts on this playoff scenario? And do you think this can happen? Do you think the Giants will end the day with the 7th seed
Not by the
NFC?
end of the day, simply because of the Carolina game. But I think all the other ones can fall into place, and then we just wait for Atlanta to lose next week.
Let's see who do they have next week? Let's see. Let's see.
And with our win over the Rams. Next week we beat the Rams and Atlanta loses, we take the 7th
Next
seed.
week we have the Eagles.
We have the Eagles. Atlanta has the Colts. That could be a L. You right. Colts have been playing well. Mm-hmm.
Well, based on what you just said, it's not happening. It's highly unlikely to happen
Unlikely.
this week because of Carolina. I don't have a lot of confidence in Carolina.
Right.
I give the percentages at about a 0.00001 right now. I mean,
Man, it's not happening, man.
I mean, yeah, I, I just cannot see it happening. I mean,
So let's
and we know
finish.
it's the NFL. Anything can happen in the NFL, but I mean, the probability is almost none with Carolina. So, but the other games, yeah, there's always that 50-50 chance. So, I mean, I don't have. I mean, I think those are,
So
you
let's
have a
say
better
let's
chance.
say Atlanta wins. This is what it'll look like if Atlanta wins. It'll put Minnesota in that spot. So I switched it. See, Atlanta wins. Minnesota gets in, and Atlanta gets the
I'm not
boost.
confident in Minnesota going forward. I don't think they're going to make it right now.
No, they got to play the Lions twice.
Yeah,
They gone.
So if Atlanta wins, say Atlanta wins. So we going next. We going to next week. We got the
hmm
Rams and Saints. I say
this where they playing at again. I can't see that.
home right here in this column. Rams at home.
So
Can you see it? Or you need me to make it larger? Rams and Saints. Say the you probably want. I'm trying to look at this. You probably want the Saints to win because you would have beaten the Saints. So that would.
hello.
So say the Saints win. Let's say Indy beats Atlanta.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear
Yeah, I
you.
hear you, coach.
All right. Sorry about that. Damn, my brother called me.
So the teams we need to lose are getting to play the Panthers. That's messed up.
Mm-hmm. And Green Bay, if they win.
It just seems like we got to rely on the Panthers almost every week now.
But if we beat Philly, all right, you see what I did here, right? If we beat Philly next week, if everything plays out how we think it's going to play out this week, and we beat Philly next week, and these other teams don't, well, Tampa Bay, yeah, they don't. That game doesn't matter because Atlanta's out
Yeah,
of
it
it.
does.
So
Because
if Tampa wins, it doesn't
yeah, you
change
want
our
Tampa to
spots.
win. Yeah,
It
you
doesn't.
want Tampa to win out, and they take the division.
Yeah, but I'm saying as far as next week, I don't think it matters. See, it doesn't change it. You see what I'm doing here? It doesn't change it if they win or lose. So if we take care of business against Philly and Indy beats uh, Atlanta and New Orleans beats LA, we in 7.
Yep, we beat the Saints. You want the Saints to beat the Rams,
And
and then we beat the Rams.
we probably need
You're gonna
Detroit to
need
win.
Detroit to win twice
Yeah,
against
cause
the
well,
Vikings.
no, it doesn't matter if they win or not, cause according to this,
Well,
but you want them to win just to give you some
yeah.
breathing room here.
So just in case one of them other teams don't lose, they can lose
Mm-hmm.
twice, and we can jump the Vikings,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll be
You
put
know,
out the playoffs.
and yeah, it wouldn't matter if Seattle won or not, but you probably want Tennessee to win this
Yep.
game.
You want
Mm-hmm.
Seattle to have 9 losses because that
Yep.
draft pick.
Mm-hmm. So
I
yeah,
want Seattle to lose out.
this could actually work out, man. And now that we actually,
We just got
going
to
through the
take care of
scenarios,
our. We got to take
we
care of
have to
our
win
business.
the games we need to win.
Yeah, we got to take care of our business and beat the Eagles once. And I think we get in there.
Mm-hmm. Ghost says Hurts might not be playing tomorrow. I heard that too. He is not traveling with the team. So they said if he does play, he'll travel on his own, I guess. So
That's crazy.
yeah, that's
Let him
that's
play.
wild.
Let him play.
That's that's wild.
Let him play. It's also on a short week too. Let him get beat up a little bit. Yeah, let him play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but we
right.
gotta have Seattle lose, sir.
Yeah, we do.
I didn't. Uh, you said the Seattle. That's why I said let Hurts play. Let him play. Also get beat up. It's a win-win for us because we got
Ah, I
Philly the
see what
next
you're
week.
doing. Yeah, and he's
Oh
and he's and
yeah,
he's hurt.
if he get hurt, and then we get to play freaking Mariota. Yeah.
Yeah.
My point. That's my point. Let him play tomorrow. I mean Monday. Yeah, let him play.
This fan base will be sick. This fan base will be sick. We want to beat the fools twice because hurt.
And get into
Lord
the
have mercy.
playoffs. Oh
I
man.
don't wish injury on nobody, but if it did, they wind up losing out. That means we got two more victories.
Mm-hmm.
And then if we get the, then we would
Oh, we'll
probably
be
have to,
9-8.
yeah, it'd be 9-8. Then we probably get to play we wouldn't play Dallas, we would play either
Ooh.
Detroit. I
We
think
would
we'll
get
play
the sixth
Detroit.
seed. Yeah, we would
We would
play
play Detroit,
Detroit
and I think we
more than
could beat
likely.
them.
Mm-hmm. I think so too. I think you're right.
Ooh-wee. Boy,
So
you talking about some angry people.
this is a legit possibility here, y'all. This is a legit possibility. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk this? 3 weeks ago, man. When we got walked by Dallas, man. Like, nobody would have thought this would be possible, man. But this is a legit possibility here. Let's play out a couple more things. Yeah, not much changes. Don't nothing change in the AFC.
I just want us to handle our business.
Yeah,
If
and
we
we can
get
handle
in, we get
business.
in. We need to handle our business.
We can handle business. The key games is this week, next week. Well, all of them are key, but
You
especially
gotta,
Philly.
you
We have
gotta
to beat
beat.
Philly.
You gotta beat the Saints, and you gotta beat the Rams to even have a shot. Because we could beat Philly
Absolutely.
twice and lose to the fucking
To
Saints and
both of
Rams
them,
and
yeah.
don't even get in.
That would stink.
Man, I would be so damn disappointed.
That would stink.
I would be so damn pissed off.
So, yeah.
And it looks like every team is gonna have something to play for. So we're gonna have to play Philly first team twice. So
And
we ain't got.
if we beat Philly and beat, like you said, we get the 6th seed here.
Yeah, if we
We
beat
beat
the
the
Saints,
Rams.
Philly, and the Rams, these next coming games will be 8-8. We'll be the sixth seed almost regardless.
Woo, woo. Oh, snap, son. Yeah, that game doesn't change nothing. Yeah. We lose
And
to
the
the
way our
Rams, though,
defense is
man. That's a
playing, they
lot of
give
it.
us a shot against anybody.
Yeah.
If our defense keeps playing like this, because if they play like that against the Eagles, Hurts gonna give us a turnover or two.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that the offense gonna have to step up in that game because we're not gonna be able to get 6 turnovers off of. And
Mm-hmm.
AJ Brown's gonna make a play. I
I
don't
think
care who
Atlanta's
you
a
are.
Atlanta's a key team here because they're playing Carolina, then they're playing Chicago, and who they played
Man,
last week? They play the Saints. That's the tricky team right here. Atlanta is the tricky team because like I'm going through these scenarios. If they're
I
winning their
hope
games,
Atlanta loses to the Bears. And by
mm,
some miracle, if the Panthers can beat them, that would be hilarious because then they'd be just playing spoilers in that Saints game.
mm-hmm. And see, they got the Colts too. I mean, that's not no at home. I gave them the win, the Colts, but
And the
that's not a
coach
tough
just gave
game.
the Pittsburgh the
Yeah.
business. Gardner Minshew is balling out there with the Colts.
That's
But you
tough.
got to get Anthony Richardson. He's the elite quarterback. And Gardner Minshew the one leading you into the playoffs. That's
Yeah.
stupid shit there.
Mm-hmm.
And Gardner Minshew getting it done.
So that's that. So we know what we need to do. We need to take care of business um, against the Saints today, and then if we do that, beat Philly, man. And hey, you could be looking at if you don't get the 7th, if you don't see yourself in the 7th seed today, it could possibly happen next week. If you take care of business against Philly, who knows what's going on with Jalen Hurts? Philly is reeling a little bit. I was on the Eagle podcast with Mitch Kosky and them. Shout out to Shout out to them. I was in the chat. They're not too confident, man. You know, they're talking about the secondary is booty. You know, talking about get rid of Slade, Bradbury. Like Philly is not all rosy over there in Philadelphia right now. So who knows? You know, I know they've had our number. You know, but if this Giants team could get hot, and what's the Giants' mo, y'all? We get hot at the right time and get into the playoffs, and you know the rest. That's always been our mo. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, anything could happen. This is the NFL, so uh, don't get it twisted, man. Definitely, man. Definitely. Um, but we know what we need to do, man. This game, and let's see how it falls, man. Let's see how it falls. Now, what's your thoughts on the coaching matchup? I know we didn't touch on that. Brian Dable, who is the Saints coaches over there? Does anybody know? Who's
To
their
be
DC?
honest with you, I don't care.
I didn't even think
Man,
about
Coaching.
does
like
anybody know?
I didn't think about like that matchup, you know, because coaching always comes to play into this game. We see it, you know, we know coaching and coach knows, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying. That man right there, he definitely knows how much a factor
Mm-hmm.
coaching plays into this game. So, coach, do you have any idea who the Saints have over there on the sidelines?
I forgot who it is. Because I always put him on par with what's his name with the Chargers who just let go, and what's his name up in Chicago,
Hebrew,
Eberflus.
yeah.
Hebrew.
I always put him. I forgot what his name is too, and it's a common name. I think if I damn, I'm not at my
Is it
computer.
Allen? Is he
I think it is Allen.
Dennis Allen? Is it Dennis Allen?
Is it Venezuela?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I'm not at my computer to look it up, so I can't tell you.
Coach. Yeah, it's Dennis Allen. That's right. It's
That's
Dennis
what I said.
Allen.
I'll put him in the same categories as the other ones.
Yeah, Dennis Allen is not um, a
He's not a coach that invokes confidence in.
Hey, Darren Waller looking good out there on the ladders. Like he ready to go. Oh,
Darren Waller, man. Like I said, man, he was supposed to be our one. We were supposed to coming into the scene saying, look, you know, we know our receiving core is not great, but we got Darren Waller. You know, and that's been my thing. You know, Pat, you said it. They wasn't using him like they should have been
No.
using him in the beginning
Hmm.
of the season. You know, now that he's back, let's see what they do. Let's see what type of game plan they got for Darren Waller. You know, I don't expect him to give him a ton of snaps. You know what I'm saying? Basically, coming off the injury, man, but he should get his fair share of targets. You know, like you said, Pat would put it at what, 5 or 6 targets, 4, 5, 6 targets, something like that. You
yeah, you
know,
should be able to get Darren Waller at least 6 to 7 targets a game. He's
yeah, man.
talented enough to give him that many targets. Find a way to get him the ball. Man. That's what we have to do better as a team.
Appreciate you coming through, Sonny. Appreciate it. D Dan, what up? What up? What's good, man?
Uh,
That's what we have to do better as a team, man. We gotta start getting the ball in our playmakers' hands. When you see the people that are trying to make plays for the team, let's find a way to get the ball in their hands and see what they can do. Let's find a way to get the ball in Wandale Robinson's hands. Things seem to go well when we do. Barkley in the passing game, I think that's a very good idea. Darren Waller across the middle of the field against safeties and linebackers and slot DBs. I think that's a good idea as well. Let's stop trying to be so cute and let's form a real offense, man. Like seriously. That cute stuff in the beginning of the season, you saw what was happening. Ass whooped. Because you don't have the guns to do it. So you got to run a traditional offense. And I'm not saying it's dive up the middle all day. No, just run some stuff. Let's run some RPOs. I think Tommy DeVito could be actually kind of deadly in a little RPO. He got more speed than I thought.
Yeah, he does have some wheels,
go
man.
back and watch him in Syracuse. You're going to see exactly what he's able to do. And you see how if you follow him from his freshman year up, you see how he did progress. I'm not saying he was an elite quarterback, but you saw his effectiveness and how he played. And when he had Aronde Gadsden with him as a number one receiver, Gadsden really helped him stretch the field, but it also opened up the middle of the offense and allowed them to do the RPOs as well as having effective because they had an what was his name? Sean, I forgot his name. Sean, the running back. Uh,
Yeah, he was
he
pretty good. I know what you're talking about.
yeah, he would attack defenses and it would give them fits and it would allow him to
MGX, man, appreciate you joining, man. Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate that.
it allowed him DeVito to be a lot more effective in the passing game. So yeah, you excellent point, Pat, in terms of opening up the RPO because you have the running attack and then you have a tight end right there in the middle of the field, or you have the receivers in Wandell, and you have a vertical threat in Hyatt that you can allow him to do certain things. So
And we got another player that I just don't understand. What's the problem of utilizing? That's Daniel Bellinger, man.
hmm
I give you
Daniel
another one.
Bellinger's a baller, man.
Isaiah Hodgins in the red zone. You see what he does when he
Right.
gets the ball in the red
I
zone.
wouldn't give a damn if Isaiah Hodgins had 14 catches all year. If he got 14 of those catches in the red zone for 7 touchdowns, keep him on the team. Because
Right.
he just has a knack for getting a touchdown, bro. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Like every time one of our quarterbacks roll out and throw that ball in the back of the end zone, it's him. He just finds a way to get there. I don't understand. And we have to utilize that, man.
Yeah.
Man, guys,
Sonny
get them
says,
likes up, man. Hit the thumbs up button and the subscribe button
please
for
do.
Unpopular Opinion Sports, man. What is y'all doing?
as you always say, Lou, it's free and it helps the programming grow.
Cost you nothing to hit that button. Thank you very much.
All right.
Sonny says, a bit off topic, but Malik Neighbors with Wandale Robinson and Hyatt would be
We'll be
deadly.
sick.
Absolutely, bro.
We'll
You're
be
spot
sick
on.
because now we got that route runner. See, now we got the route runner that people fear, and he can get open in any type scheme because he knows how to run routes. He knows how to set up the slant to look like a deep route. He knows how to set up the slant to look like a curl or whatever. He knows how to do that. And if we get that guy that can get open and knows how to sit down in zones, oh yeah, then your
And
quarterback can really develop.
and to your point, he is being mocked a lot to the Giants because now we sit in the eighth slot. He's getting mocked to the Giants a lot, man. But we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna get ready to call this game here at 1
Yeah,
p.m. Over on my man Big Pat Sports Talk. Go over to Big Pat's channel. And
So,
we'll
Rico,
be over there. We'll be calling the game Giants and Saints. Appreciate everybody for coming through. Give us your last thoughts. Let's do a prediction before we get out of here. I'll start with Lou. Go to Pat. No, I'll start with Pat because I know you got to get ready for your stream. Then we'll go to Lou. Then we'll go to Coach. Who you think wins, Pat, and why? Oh, I think he already dipped. All right. Lou, you there? He's not there either. Knock, knock. Door number 3, Coach.
don't lose there. Lose there.
Oh, Lou, you prediction, bro. Who wins? Give me a score prediction, and
On the Giants
then
and
we're gonna get
Saints?
out of here. Yeah, then we're gonna get out of here.
Uh 24-13 Giants over the Saints.
24-13. All right, I could dig it. Coach.
Yeah, Giants win. I think it's going to be either 24-21 or 27-24, somewhere in that range.
All right, Rizzo. What's good? What's good? Appreciate you coming through. I think the
Our
Giants win
defense
this
gonna let
game.
them score 24 points?
I think it's
Hell.
gonna be 20-17. That's my prediction. Giants win 20-17. And I think we get about 2 turnovers, and I think we go over 150 yards rushing in this game. I think that's how we get it done. But that being said, man, appreciate everybody for coming through, man. Be sure to subscribe to everybody on this platform, G Nation Inside Sports. Leather to the Face was fire last night. It always is, man. Go check them out, man. If you're into boxing, UFC, bare knuckle fighting, any type of combat sport, he got your back. Definitely go check out Coach Ed
Cool.
Gladney. All right, Pat, we'll see you in a minute. Definitely go check out Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports, man. Got you covered on all types of sports topics, from women's sports to college sports, high school, you name it, man. He's got it. He's got it down, Pat, man. Excellent coach with the X's and O's as well. We already know, man. And if you ain't already subscribed, man, hit that button for me, Unpopular Opinion Sports, man. I do this every week. Also, check out me and Coach Ed Tuesday night, 8:30 for Heart of the City. If you're a fan of the Giants, 9 times out of 10, you're a fan of another New York team, and we cover it all. We cover all the New York teams: Yankees, Mets, Giants, Jets, Knicks, Nets. We go to college, Syracuse, women with the Liberty, Rutgers, you name it, man. We got you covered, man. So appreciate everybody, man. And one last thing, before I get out of here, I'm gonna hit y'all with the sponsor commercial. These are the sponsors of the show,
He
man.
said we
And
go to
definitely,
colleges.
definitely check out Go Travels. Get Out Travels. .com. That's GETOUTRAVELS for all your travel needs, particularly with sports travel. We are doing the NFL draft. There is the flyer for you. I will be releasing the information tomorrow. Actually, it's coming out tomorrow, man, with the pricing and everything. So check us out, man. Links are in the description. You can just type GETOUTRAVELS.com, getouttravels.com for all your sporting needs. Appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Until next time, peace.
Having credit issues? Tired of getting denied for a car, a loan, or a house? Let Wise Consulting Solutions help you improve your scores and get you back on track. Sign up and schedule a free consultation and credit analysis today. Shadow Worlds Radio, a radio media outlet. The Read and Attack Show, Coach Ed's Amazing World of Sports. Go Travels, the go-to for all your sporting events. Wise Consulting Solutions, the wise choice for a better future. The Big Blue Crew, the best